we're doing this this video for the Cummings Centre for Seniors Celebrity Breakfast on the website, and you just finished your segment on stage talking about this team from 1993. Does it ever get tiring to talk about it?
No, I mean, as an athlete in playing in different sports, the goal is always kind of win the championship. The first time I was lucky enough, I won 3, so like 86, 93, and 99. But 86 is the one. The first one is always kind of so special because you remember all the sacrifice that you do during your career or before your career. All the sacrifice that your parents did, bringing you to practice at 6 o'clock in the morning, picking you up after practice, or things like that. So, when people ask me questions about one of those 3 years, it's always fun.
And there seems to be another level of celebrity in the province when you're the captain of the Canadiens. And do you feel that? There's a difference between playing second or third line for the Canadiens and being the captain of the Canadiens, it seems like.
Well, there maybe a little bit, but I still think that if you have the chance to play for the Canadiens, you become a star everywhere you go.
Especially when you're from here.
Exactly. And then, I had the chance to kind of be born in Quebec, playing here for a long time. Because we won, we had maybe a little bit more exposure, but, everywhere I travel, whether it's in Quebec or Canada, or even in the States, in the markets where there's hockey is really popular, I get recognized, and for me, it's always flattering. I don't, people ask me, don't you get tired? Nobody gets tired of being recognized. That's one of the reasons why we play sports and we want to do good. It's to win, but for me, it's always been natural, and I enjoy it, so I don't mind it.
With the way that the hockey game is now, how do you think your skills would have translated to today's game?
Well, that's one of the questions that a lot of people ask me, and I still.
Skills have to be won either way, right?
Yeah, but those guys now, like my correlation is like we were stock cars. Today they're Formula One. The training that they do, the diets that they follow, everything is to the point. We didn't have that. We stopped playing after the season. We waited, rested for a couple months, and then we start running for a little bit, and then we would fly to the city where we played, and then we, ran the ice for maybe a month, and then that was our training. And then we used the training camp to get the final 10 or 15%. Today they stop week, 2 weeks, and then they start training again, if you put Wayne Gretzky or Mario Lemieux or all those guys, the great players in the past, Bobby Orr, and you give them the same training that those guys today are doing, they would still be the best in the world.
Someone like a Larry Robinson.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then you went into coaching afterward, and I was. Like Mike Cohen said on stage, I was one of those who loved you as a coach. I loved watching your style and so forth. Why is it that you never ended up being a head coach again after that? Was it a personal decision or what?
Well, I had 2.5 years left on my contract, and I was not allowed to kind of go anywhere else. So for 2.5 years, I started to work on TV, and in those days. There was not a lot of. I'm not a good salesman. Maybe I should hire an agent to kind of do the work for me and promote me some places. But I was kind of this. If you need me, you know where to find me. It would have been fun. I enjoy what I did in coaching here. I think the door is still open, but I'm not dreaming of it. But it's a small circle. I still can't imagine that Patrick Watt doesn't have a job in the NHL coaching. So, and he's proved 10 times what I did, even if it's in junior. He deserved to have a shot, and hopefully he does. But no, I don't regret that. I enjoy the TV things. That, keeps me here in Montreal. Coaching now is a lot harder than it used to be. The traveling and the work is huge, but I really enjoyed doing it.
And what about like a GM or other things like that?
I did that. I did that for a couple of years again. I did that after my career. I came in Montreal. I was an assistant GM before I went behind the bench. They asked me to go behind the bench, and then I went to Dallas as an assistant GM. But it's the same thing. Like I came here in Montreal because I knew Jean Raoul and I knew the organization. And when I had the chance to go back to Dallas, I knew the city, and the gentleman, Doug Armstrong, who took the job as a GM, was somebody that I respected a lot and I had fun being with. So for me, it was fun to just do the job as an assistant with somebody that you don't know, or to just to do the job. It would be I think for me it's more than just a job.
Well, I'm going to let you go. I know there's a lot of people waiting for you. I can see it's literally starting to but thank you so much for your time, and hope you enjoyed yourself this morning.
I think I had a great time.
All right. Merci.